All right, welcome to the Bigfoot Researchers Journal. Today we're taking a look at a piece of footage. In that green blob there, that's a Bigfoot. Check him out. Looks like a giant Native American in there watching me. That's what it looks like, that's what I see, but I heard him. So I shot a couple clips. At that distance, it was difficult to see, but there he is. It's a brief clip, but we're going to show it to you in varying light filters so you can get the best potential look at what's actually there. So where are we shooting all these Sasquatch? We are literally researching in the largest mound city south of the Appalachians. All of the areas we research are connected, and we find signs and physical evidence of the creatures there and catch them on film throughout the entire corridor of what's left of this particular area. It seems to us that the development over the decades has fenced in the creatures from all sides. It continues to encroach to that little center bullseye area, which is where we research. It was all the reports that led us to these areas. People have been seeing these giant creatures here for as long as they've been living here. Started with the native peoples and continued on with European settlers and the people who tried to tame the Everglades ever since. This great couple of frames right here. This one in particular, folks, you're staring at a Wildman. Crypto Reality Patreon. Thanks for helping fund this, guys. This individual is approximately 10 to 10.5 feet tall, based on our measurements, and probably weighs close to 1,500 pounds, based on what we've seen with our own two eyes.
Today we have some walking and some noises in the woods from 2 to 3 different locations as we've walked back here in 4A, area 4A. Got a little snake coming down trying to attack Mark.
Alright, so here's where the snake actually gets me. Yeah, we're going to stop the audio there. You don't need to hear all that. Bottom line is that little sucker's right there. And check this guy out, man. Let's look at it again. Watch this. Oh, I'm going to go this way. Mel's like, go ahead. I don't see him. He's right there. He's on a tree. So I take a step in that direction. He's like, oh, you want to leave? Go ahead. And this is what happens, right? You could see him. He flew right there on the ground. I was like, yeah, thanks, man. Struck in my face, then jumped at me off the tree. He missed me by an inch, man. Corn snake. Not even dangerous, but it was startling. We continued on, undaunted.
You know, it's always fun. But I'm blown away by how they continue to be able to stay hidden. They're the master ninja of hide and go seek. They keep winning. But it's a beautiful area back here. I can totally see why they'd be here. It's really nice. We have tree breaks. We're seeing quite a few different tree breaks in the area around here. And have some smells. You know, a couple different moments with some strong smell. So definitely signs of life back here.
On this particular day, Melanie heard noise in front of us, and I was already in a process of going forward, and she was like, hold up a minute. And so I stopped, and she shot this. It was about 40 feet in front of me. From the review of the footage, there were several. This is the only one we got.
Tracks. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Okay, so this is a great frame, and what I want to do is I want to take this zoom and bring it in a little bit more so that you guys can actually see. There we go. Okay, so now we're staring at a Sasquatch, right? We've got the shoulders, we've got the head up in this area, and you can even see this guy's eye and partial, that one. But you can see that nose and the archaic human primate, the relict hominoid bone structure. Right here, this is a living, breathing Sasquatch. It has responded to Pavlovian-style experimentation with apples. He's moving his face, right? None of the bush around it is moving. You can look at that again. The only thing that's moving there is the Sasquatch's face. None of this stuff is moving. There's no pixel distortion. Yes, we're zoomed in on the clip, but you can see this thing in there. And here we can see this is the mouth, and then the eyes are here in the forehead, and the head goes up like this, right? So you've got the apex and the backside of the tree. You can see this individual. Probably this is part of the shoulder in this area here. This is a large individual, and as we advance frames, and there are some pretty good frames in here. You're also seeing some plant life. There are little plants and stuff hanging and little leaves, but you can definitely see his face. As we move forward, this is actually a little bit better shot. You can see the side of his face, and his head goes up like this, and it does appear that there's something else with him. And it actually is kind of moving. If you look here, it looks like the bottom of a nose. So he could be in front of another one of his family members. Either way, they're definitely waiting for apples. There's no logical explanation for why this Sasquatch, this huge creature, is standing there watching us. It's important to recognize the bone structure. You see this square right here? I'm kind of outlining it. This is the bone structure of a Florida Sasquatch right here, around the eyes. So this would actually be the eye socket right here. And you look at the bone structure, and the nose would be right in here, but here's the eyes, and the forehead's up here. Then we've got the head, and it's a little more defined in this shot where you can see it's coming up. He's actually tilted on an angle around the tree. It wouldn't surprise me if, this being his back, if he's got his hand down on the tree somewhere down here. They have very big arms and very, very large shoulders. So that's actually a pretty good frame, so we're going to still frame that. Now, as we move forward, now, again, I want you to try to pay attention to this relict hominoid bone structure, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a hominoid skull, an archaeological find. And here it is right here. Check it out. Now look at the comparison of the skulls. So this is interesting. We actually catch him moving beside us in this little clip here. I broke it down so you can see it. I'm going to slow it down. What you're going to see here are the nostrils of about an 8-foot Sasquatch. And they've been walking next to us the whole time, and they're staying as quiet as they can, but I'm aware of what's going on, so when reviewing the footage, You can plainly see there's movement back there. They're ducking, they're moving, they're trying to keep up. I'm backing and forward here. I'm going to reverse it, forward it. You can see this whole thing, man. They're back there moving alongside us the whole time along the trail. Now on this one you can see his nostril again. There's probably a couple of them there. Sometimes tracking is like this. And hopefully that trail leads you to this kind of trail in a different substrate. As you continue tracking, you will track through different environments and different substrates. So watch how when I move this hair just appears to come to life. Look at that. It's stationary. It's taped down, for God's sakes. But look at how it like seems to pulse in the light.
It's a 10-footer.
Yeah.
9.5, 10-footer.
Now that one will take you in the water and kill you.
Yeah, well look at the thing about this is
The Bigfoot Researcher's Journal.